Okay, I'm late, whatever, you'll survive, and hopefully, rightfully, you'll listen to this review on Hell's Heroes Fest 2026, of course, as always, in Houston, Texas, at the White Oak Theater. So, like the last two times I went before, 2023 and 2024, it was a great time. Dare I even say the third time truly was a charm. I know that phrase gets like overused like hell, but man, was it really accurate? Did it apply so much more this type around? It was such a damn great time. I couldn't believe it. Seriously, it was so good. The sound was mostly good. There are a few spots where I could tell it wasn't like the band's fault, but there's definitely some spots where it was spotty. But overall, it was great. Seriously, it really was great. The food carts were even great. Like the hot dogs, the Mexican hot dogs right outside the venue, great. Vendors are super cool. Metal Mark from Metal Haven, a few of the other guys. Really great bunch of cool people out there busting their asses selling merch from all of the fests that they do all across the country, some even out of the United States. It's really wild, but dude, what a time. Reconnect with so many friends I hadn't seen in a few years, some like even like a decade, and of course made some new friends as well. Hey, that's always cool. And of course, the people who I stayed with at the fest, great people as well. No, not putting any names out there because my business is my business. But I gotta say, like, it was just awesome camaraderie all across the board. Great, good old teamwork, making dreams work. It was wonderful, even with the Chuck Norris travesty. It was still awesome. Great times all across the board. A great Mexican restaurant we went to constantly. Oh man, I may have had like over 20 tacos and who knows how many watermelon margaritas. So I should have like, I don't know. It was insane. It just really was insane, but I loved it. I loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. It was just so good. But of course, then there's the bands, the bands, the fest, yes, because there's actual music and they play it for 3 days, 4 days if you're counting the pre-party. So yeah, for this thing, I'm talking about the review. I decided, why not include the pre-party? So then it came to, oh Nick, but how are you gonna review it? Oh, yeah, that's a good question. How am I gonna review it? Because there's all these bands I haven't seen, but there's all these bands that I have seen. So I decided to really make it easier on my own self because if I were to have done it based on every band, oh man, that we would have been here forever, and this video probably would have never came out, and it would have just been deep buried, never to be seen or heard from ever again. And I don't want that. You don't want that. So I decided, what I'm gonna do is based off of the top 10 bands with a few honorable mentions thrown in. That I have never seen live. Of course, there's tons of our bands who I saw, like 3 Inches of Blood, Eternal Champion, Doro, Toxic Holocaust, Midnight, Tanker. Seriously, all of them were great. Like, I had absolutely nothing to lose. Interceptor. Seriously, there's so many great bands I got to see again. Some of these are bands I've seen 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. It was just awesome. I think Midnight's like my sixth or seventh, which, hey, for me, Midnight's just like kind of inject into my veins. So it's just like, I'll take more. I'll take more of the Athanar greatness. More, please. So, yes, I was freaking ready. So we're going to talk about the 10 bands that really stood out for this festival, of course, as the ones that I've never seen before.
Long ago, 5 men set out from their own paths to achieve their own destinies. Now they are brothers, united under one cause. Alone they are strong, together they are unbreakable. They are bonded by metal.
So number 10, we'll start with Chris Holmes of Wasp. Really cool to see. Obviously, his band sounded really good, and I was really enjoying them playing a lot of these songs from the very first Wasp album. Of course, you had the obvious singles, which we don't even need to say. It's not because of like the words. It's more of like I just don't care because like if you know Wasp, you know the song. But it was cool to have other songs that want to be somebody. Oh man, just so cool to hear that. And the crowd really turned off for that. I was shocked I was in the indoor room. I don't know if that was a specific request or not. But either way you slice it, the band sounded good. I was really happy with it, and it definitely got me pumped. That's for sure. It just made me want to crank the first Wasp album. Lucky for me, I get to see the Wasp come October with KK's Priest up in Milwaukee, so I'm looking forward to that. So Chris Holmes gave me a really strong serving of that Wasp formula, and I was so ready after that for more. So, number 10, Chris Holmes, freaking awesome.
The cream of the crop!
And now I'll get to number 9. This was a band I discovered at the festival, Spell. So I'm really digging this whole like wave of bands come out like Night, Cloak, and you can even make an argument that maybe Tribulation later on, outside of like the horror after that first album, they kind of evolved into this. But I really like this wave of the gothic bands coming out, adding into the metal sound. I'm really enjoying it. Now you can just add Spell to the list. Usually I'm not all about like the trend waves. I don't know if this is even officially trendy yet, but I'll tell you what, with Spell, it's good. It's really damn good. They played a new song called Lilac. Really stuck out. I really enjoy this band. They got a new album coming out, I think in May, I think. Looking forward to it. And I can't wait to check out more from these guys. I was really, really pleased with this set. I'm glad to see more of these type of bands come out because it's one of those rare times where if it is, a trend, this is a good one because a lot of these bands that are doing this like particular sound, they kind of have their own unique identity. So it's like you could easily tell them apart. It's not like something you get to really listen, really like look for the audibility. It's there, it's obvious, it's right in your face. But yeah, Spell was freaking awesome. New fan here. Eight. Onslaught. Woo! These guys were on the pre-party, and boy, did they get that pre-party going! Like, the pre-party's going good. It was fun. It was great. I was, having some drinks, enjoying my time, enjoying the atmosphere, the company, and then Onslaught just comes on, just boom, big old circle happening. They had probably, to my memory, I even think maybe the very first major pit going of the night and of the fest period, which is, kind of comes with the territory of thrash metal bands. But dude, Onslaught was killed my first time seeing them, and man, it was freaking banging. Of course, it was dominated with songs from Power from Hell and The Force, and I was feeling the energy, man. Like, I'll tell you what, this set was so wild. Like, it made me feel like I was witnessing like Death Wish 3 in person. 777. Shockingly. Enslaved. Now, this one, if you had told me going to the fest that I was even going to be watching them, I probably wouldn't be sure about that. It's just like in one of those, I'll cross that bridge when I get there, I'll find out. So, I didn't expect this one, but here we are. I have heard some of their songs throughout the 2000s and stuff beyond that. Wasn't really too wild about it. It's not terrible. I don't even hate it. It's just, I'm not really wild about it. But this set here was fucking great, man. It was so great. And, I think I've come back for a day. Hear this album before, did I not? I don't think so. I really don't think I have. But I'll tell you what, I looked into the title after on the set list, and I'm like, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that title just so I can make it look cool like I was always an expert for this band. So I'll just say that going off of this early album performance, it was freaking awesome. And to my knowledge, it looks like they did the entire set in album proper order, and it sounded so good. I'm like, okay, I need to give this album some serious commitment. So, unlike stuff for a Wasp or Onslaught, which I've given a lot of time and love and attention to, this particular Enslaved album, I never really got into looking that deeply. But now I'm gonna go deeper, because that's what she said.
I bet it feels huge in this hand.
Huge! It's gigantic.
His dick's not small.
And number 6. Oh, number 6. This was going to get a little hellacious for me. Hellacious, I know, but Sanctuary. Oh my goodness. So this is my first time seeing it with the current vocalist, Joseph Michael. What a dude, by the way. Well, I talked to him the day after his set. Really cool guy. But man, what a banging set. I couldn't believe I waited all these years to finally listen to it. I'm kind of actually glad I did it the traditional way. I could have easily gone on about YouTube, looking it up, oh, okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. I can't wait to see it live. Yes. But I decided, no. I'm going to do tradition and see it live. And that was my discovering him. Boy, did he sound so great. Oh my God. It was so good, dude. I'm just saying. It's just saying. And man, also, I got to hear a new song, and they didn't play it. It's just, I got to hear a new song, and thank you, Sanctuary Dude. Thank you for that, by the way. I appreciate that. So, you're like, oh, man, I can't wait to hear new songs. Oh, wait, I already have. Oh, by the way, they did Refuge Denied front to back, and that was killer.
It's like winning. I don't know, man. I was banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them because that's how I roll. I have one speed. I have one gear. Go.
Number 5. Come on. Number 5. Now we're gonna get really serious here. Butcher, man. Butcher. Dude, blackened heavy metal. A little bit of thrash here, a little bit of black metal there. This set floored me to hell and back. I was just like, damn. And of course, the vocalist's name is like R. Hellshrieker, which could be any more appropriate because as this dude has pipes and shrieks for weeks, I was like, whoa, my goodness. So I'll admit, I have only heard an album's worth, and of what I heard, I really dug. I'm like, okay, I like this. I gotta watch this band when I see them live. And I was just freaking floored by it, man. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is so killer. So killer. So I was just so happy to discover, once again, another newer band. Or not too new, but newish for me. All right? New to me. It's new to me. Loved it. Loved it. Would highly recommend Butcher. One of the top 10. So even if I were to do like a list of like all the bands, if I were to include like, you know, all the bands of the fest, even including ones I had seen, Butcher would have been up there for sure. That's not my opinion. That's my fact.
The court is civilized, isn't it, pig?
But I'm not. This is where the law stops. And I start.
Number 4, Void. Dude, Friday morning inside the venue, the inside, and these guys had a pit going on. It wasn't look at all because the friends and the girlfriends came out. No, this was a crowd who was getting into this band. I can tell this is gonna be those bands that has the it factor to it. They have the it, and people were turned out from. Once again, the thrasher pits were going on. It was great, and what I really like about Void, it's one of those like thrash metal bands where, of course, they're young, but that's not relevant. It's about the music. They're like thrash metal, but with a bit of a virtuoso edge that would be out of place on like an Annihilator album. These dudes have a shred factor, but the songs still come first, in spite of all said shred. I really, really enjoy it. And that, to my knowledge, too, if I remember, because I've heard Forbidden Morals, I really liked it. And man, they definitely, I think, play 3 or 4 songs off the album. Freaking killer, man. These guys sounded so good. I'm hoping I can get lucky and can catch them at Legions of Metal in Chicago. I really want to go. I'd be happy just to see them. I mean, don't get me wrong, I want to see some later bands too, but it's just they were that good. I'm like, I got to see these guys live again. And apparently this is their very first show as a Metal Blade Records artist. So congratulations, Void.
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
Number 3, 2 and 1. Man, this was pretty easy. I got it at like 654 was kind of getting challenging, bouncing around, but 3, 2, 1 was like, bro, this is self-explanatory. Come on. Udo Dirkschneider, formerly of Accept. Of course, he has the original Accept bassist, Peter Baltus, going on with him to do this whole Udo Dirkschneider show, doing the Balls to the Wall album in its entirety. And this band sounded good, dude. Udo has not lost a step. Oh, man. I've been hearing Accept for years, and to, like, see this album in its entirety played, it felt authentic. It didn't feel like a tribute band. It was so damn good, so heavy, so catchy. I felt like I was, like, in some arena rock, like, venue at that moment in time. Like, you might as well just put like a blacktop on top of us for, like, an indoor venue, have him do, like, a co-headline with the Scorpions. But, dude, it was just so good. The crowd was really singing their asses off this one, as one naturally should. I had so much fun watching Udo Dirkschneider. I will say, like, guys, now that is something to definitely catch. Don't blow it off because it doesn't have the name Accept. And I say this as a major, unapologetic Accept fan.
You're hit. You're bleeding, man. I ain't got time to bleed.
And number 2, now this one is a big, like, discovery for me. Not just because, oh, I've heard an album or I knew a few songs. I hadn't heard this band at all, period. Like, I went in blind. You could say I went in driving. Hey, you make of your imaginings what I did, how I went in. I'll let you be the judge of that. But I'll tell you what, man, Warlord, who was at the pre-party, they were right after Onslaught. And I'm thinking, oh man, you guys are following Onslaught and Cloak. I don't know how this is gonna go, but okay, let's see what's going on with this Warlord band. And they freaking blew me away. They had this awesome blend of heavy metal and power metal, a little bit of Manowar in there. And oh, dude, the songs are catchy, and the keys sounded so super clean and clear. And it was one of those things where I could go anywhere in the venue, and it still sounded perfectly clear no matter where I went. So I didn't know any of the material going into this, but of course I bought me a shirt after, and I've been listening to the Deliver Us EP since then, and I got me a vinyl ordered since then as well. But I became a new instant fan because of this show. It freaking blew me away. How you follow up Onslaught, how you follow up Cloak, had to be the band that butters people up for Kirth Ungol. I don't know how, but Warlord, they freaking did it. They freaking did it. And now I'm also wishing, now that I know a little bit more now about the band, because I've kind of been doing my homework since then, like they should have rolled with Onslaught to do the whole Heaven Hell tour. I mean, hell, we're probably never going to get Striper and King Diamond, so what's the next best thing? Onslaught and Warlord for a Heaven and Hell tour. Come on, guys, let's do another tour. Do like a B market, do a second round, maybe the cities you didn't get, and get that Heaven and Hell thing going. I'm all in for it. But number one, I mean, God, this is not going to be shocking. That's like, is grass green? Is Snow White? Is Texas the badass state in America? Yes, yes, and yes.
They killed the giggler, man. They killed the giggler!
Blood, fire, death. Oh, dude. This set freaking floored me. Once again, this should have not been there for me. And that's not because, oh, I don't like Bathory. Bathory's great. But it's more of like a, is this just going to end up being a cheap tribute band? No, it wasn't. It really wasn't. It sounded so damn great. You had one of the guitars from Enslaved. You even had Attila showing up for a few songs on vocals. Yes, that Attila from Mayhem. I think Hellhammer even did the drums for a few songs. You had a guy from Aura Noir as well. You had a mixture of guys. And you had a bass player who jammed with Quorthon as well way back in the day. Because, you know, Bathory never played a show proper, like a tour proper. But, dude, this was so authentic. And I just gonna sound weird, but it was kind of beautiful how great it was and how heartfelt. I'm saying this about the Black Metal side, how heartfelt it was of a show. It felt powerful. I felt like, wow, this is so damn authentic. I was just feeling the music, every bit of my bones with this stuff. They opened with A Fine Day to Die, closed with Blood, Fire, Death. They even had like the backing singers. And, oh, dude, it was so damn good. It was so freaking good. And they even had pyro. I was like, bro. And I was right up there, you know, see a few of my friends, and, like, I could feel the heat. You see, like, the sparklers come down, the fire. So I'm, bro, this is nuts. That's how you close a damn fest, man. Blood, Fire, Death absolutely came. They saw, they conquered. And like them, I definitely came. Oh, I most definitely saw. And I conquered as well. What a way to close out the fest. And the fact that it was this band who was a tribute to Quorthon and Bathory was a top thing, was a strong testament to how great the music of Bathory was, but also getting the right guys to really make sure this show was done correctly. Also, I'm going to throw in my honorable mentions. Cloak, really good. Once again, I'm talking about bands like Night, Later Tribulation. Cloak is really good. They got that gothic sound going on. I think they're now on Metal Blade 2. I really dig Cryptservant. There's some times where the sound was a bit spotty, but still sounded good. Oh my goodness, dude. When it sounded good, it sounded real good. I was just like, okay, that's good. Jagdpanzer was really good. I hate they only caught half of their set, but what I did get, I was like, okay, this is really killer. And I caught about half of Phantom, and that was really good too. I think they're from Mexico. I'm sorry if I got it wrong, but Phantom was really good too. And I'm like, okay, I got to check these guys out more. But I was already going in as a Cloak fan, Jagdpanzer, Cryptservant. And it was just bad timing with everything, like flight issues, lift issues, bathroom issues. Not those type of bathroom issues. Just issues across the board that cost me to get until only half the sets. But at least I got a little bit of all those bands. But I'm going to have to ask you. You're going to put in your top bands. So just go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. I know you're going to put in your top 5, or you'll say why I'm wrong for my list. I don't care, but I stand by my list. So you go leave your list. Thank you for watching this video, and you lay down your souls to the gods. Rock and roll.